Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful personal journals ever written, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. Now, this isn't just some dusty old philosophy book. It's a nearly 2,000-year-old guide for building resilience in a world you just can't control.
So have you ever been in a situation where everything around you just feels chaotic and you're looking for a way to stay steady? If so, you're in exactly the right place. This ancient text offers a really practical, timeless operating system for your mind.
And to find that steadiness, we're going to break down 6 core tools from Meditations. We'll cover everything from how you look at control to how you deal with adversity, and then we'll wrap it all up with a simple plan to put everything into practice.
All right, let's start with the absolute foundation of Stoic thinking. Seriously, if you only take one thing away from all of this, make it this principle right here. It changes, well, pretty much everything.
You know, the core idea is simple, but it is not easy. You have to be ruthless about separating what's truly outside your power from what is absolutely within it. Most of our day-to-day anxiety comes from mixing up these two columns. We burn all this energy on external events instead of focusing it right where it counts, on our own choices and our own responses.
I love this because it completely reframes our role, doesn't it? We aren't just passive victims of whatever life throws at us, we're active sailors. The storm isn't some personal attack, it's just a condition. So the only question that matters becomes, okay, how do I adjust my sails? And that leads us perfectly into our second tool. See, once you know what you can control, your response isn't about some kind of forced positivity. It's about taking precise, deliberate action. Think about it this way. When you lose a client or the market takes a dive, just pretending it's all good is, well, it's just denial. The Stoic approach is to cut right through the emotion and identify the one precise action that is still yours to take. So here's a 60-second decision audit you can use literally right now. The next time you feel overwhelmed, just pause. Name the problem, no drama. List what's out of your hands, then find that one thing, that single phone call or email or decision that is still yours. And then just do that one thing.
Okay, this next tool, it completely redefines what success and happiness actually are. It shifts the goalpost away from external rewards and toward your internal character.
Marcus Aurelius draws a really sharp line here. Pleasure, he says, is fleeting. It depends on external stuff, getting applause, being comfortable, winning. But true happiness, what the Stoics called eudaimonia, a state of human flourishing, that's internal. It's the byproduct of consistently acting with virtue.
This reframes your whole day into a kind of daily audit of your character. So instead of asking, what did I get today, you ask, did I act with fairness, with courage? And if you can answer yes at the end of the day, especially when you are under pressure, then that day was a success, no matter what the outcome was.
And you know, there's a reason these ideas have stood the test of time. Marcus believed we were built for cooperation. So acting with virtue isn't just for our own peace of mind. He saw it as our fundamental duty to one another, as part of the human community.
Okay, this is where the philosophy gets really, really powerful. This next tool teaches us how to use life's inevitable obstacles not as setbacks, but as the actual fuel for our growth. The Stoic mindset doesn't waste time wishing for problems to just go away. It accepts them as a given and then totally reframes them. A challenge is no longer a tragedy. It's a training session. It's an opportunity to practice all those virtues we were just talking about.
This analogy is just perfect. You would never walk into a gym, look at a dumbbell, and feel personally attacked by it, right? Of course not. You see it as a tool for getting stronger. Well, the Stoics argue we should treat life's difficulties, a tough project, a difficult person, in exactly the same way. This single question is a game changer. It instantly shifts you from the passive role of a victim to the active role of a trainee. It forces you to look for the opportunity that's hidden inside the obstacle.
Now stick with me here, because this next tool might sound a little morbid at first. But for the Stoics, thinking about our mortality is the ultimate tool for getting clarity and focus in life. Acknowledging that our time is limited isn't supposed to create fear or anxiety, it's supposed to create urgency and meaning. It's a filter. When you remember your time is finite, you get much more ruthless about how you spend it today.
This is a little thought experiment you can run anytime you feel lost or distracted. Asking this question just instantly cuts through all of the noise. The trivial arguments, the pointless distractions, they just fall away, and what truly matters to you becomes crystal clear.
So at the end of the day, philosophy is pretty useless unless it's practiced. We've talked about the tools. Now let's build a simple routine to turn these ideas into actual habits.
This isn't about grand gestures. It's about small, repeated acts. So on Monday, maybe you focus on patience in traffic. On Tuesday, you choose fairness in a small disagreement. At the end of each day, you just jot down that one act. The goal is to crowd your life with these small, good actions, so you slowly harden philosophy into real character.
And this is the ultimate goal. By practicing these tools, you achieve a kind of internal sovereignty. You stop letting external things dictate your inner peace. You become harder to shake, clearer under pressure. You own your state of mind.
And what gives these meditations so much power is remembering when they were written. Marcus Aurelius wasn't relaxing in some peaceful study. He was on the front lines of a war, dealing with a plague, political betrayals, personal loss. He was testing these ideas in the real world under the highest possible pressure.
This whole journey doesn't start with some big plan for tomorrow. It starts with the very next decision you make. Find one small thing, one choice that is yours and yours alone, and just execute it well. That's it. That's the first step.